Hi guys, it's SimLicy here. So welcome to the second part of my collab with Byscreenside today. I hope you guys are enjoying the collab so far. In case you missed it, this morning we both shared a couple of Sims, and this is the house that they're supposed to live in. So I am building it, and then Byscreenside is going to decorate it. And if you did miss the videos from earlier, then I will have both of them linked in the description box, so you can go check out our Sims and let us know what you think of them. They do have an East Coast, West Coast theme, so my Sim is based on the West Coast of the United States, and her Sim is based on the East Coast of the United States. So yeah, we thought that was a really fun idea, but we thought that we wouldn't only create a couple of Sims, that we would also create somewhere for them to live. And this is it, or the beginning of it rather. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. I've been very excited to share this collab with you guys. But just as I did in the video from this morning, I will also link Byscreenside's channel in the video description, so you can go check out her other content. Because yeah, like I said, she's amazing. All of her videos are wonderful. Her builds are gorgeous. So yeah, definitely go check her out if you haven't already. But yeah, it did take me a while to figure out what to build for these girls. I wanted to build something interesting, I wanted it to be fun, and I wanted it to be pretty, because I kind of wanted it to be a little bit feminine since they are both two girls. I don't know, I just had this kind of idea in my mind of this really pretty place. And then for a while, I did think about building something that was kind of Midwest theme. I thought it might be a little bit funny to have, since they're both coast girls, to have them live in the middle of the country. I don't know, I only thought about it for a little while, but I did look into like the architecture of the Midwest, and I was like, it's just suburban homes, it's farm homes, nothing that interesting. So I decided to go with a coastal house. But yeah, I didn't want it to look, I don't know, like a regular coastal house. So I just started building. I didn't go off of any reference picture. I knew that I wanted to have this kind of cool I guess statement piece in the front that's this big what do you call that, rock wall piece. The stone structure in the front that has a staircase going in front of it. I did have that idea in my mind, and just went from there. So it is all out of my own head, so I hope you guys do like it, and yeah, I hope Byscreenside likes it as well, because I was pretty nervous to start building something for her to decorate, to be honest, because I do love her builds so much, and I think she's a very talented builder. And yeah, I was pretty nervous to kind of live up to my idea of her builds, and I hope I did a good enough job. I still think I probably could have done better in some way, but I don't know, I think I'm just being a little bit picky, because I do think it does turn out really nice, and I can't wait to see the way she furnished it. She did share a couple of screenshots with me, and they were gorgeous. They were so pretty, so I can't wait to see the rest of it and see how it all comes together. I didn't put any furniture on the exterior. We both weren't really sure how to go about that, and originally I was going to add some furniture on the exterior, but as I got to building it, I thought that maybe it would be better if she added furniture to the exterior to try to tie in the exterior to the interior and kind of bring it all together, is what I thought. Yeah, so I thought that made a little bit more sense, and I didn't do any floor planning. I thought that it would be best to leave it to her, so she didn't feel guilty about changing anything that I did, or have to worry about what I meant by any certain room or anything. So I thought I would just leave that to her so she could figure it out. And yeah, plus it takes me ages to figure out floor plans, as I usually talk about in my videos, because it really does. It takes me the longest time to do floor plans, because I try to keep them pretty realistic, and if they don't look realistic, then I get frustrated, and if they don't make any sense, I get frustrated, and yeah, it takes me a long time. But anyways, I am trying to add this staircase on the back of the house, but I didn't really like the way it looked, so I ended up just leaving the balcony alone with no staircase down to it. And yeah, it's a pretty cool house, though. It's kind of a mix between traditional and modern, because it has some traditional elements to it, kind of like, I don't know, I feel like the kind of stone and the way the staircases are on the ivy makes it look a little bit traditional, but then the big windows and the way I kind of did the architecture of it looks modern. So yeah, I think it looks pretty unique, but I did want somewhere for these girls to have a lot of fun living together, and I don't know, have parties and socialize and become really good friends. And I don't know, thought it would be a cool idea. And yeah, if you do want to play with these Sims. I think I forgot to mention it in the last video, but if you want to find the Sims on the gallery, you do have to turn on the show custom content button because they won't show up otherwise. And I couldn't put a link directly in the description box, so you will have to like search hashtag SimLicy, and yeah, I'm sure Byscreenside will explain that in her video too. But yeah, it's just easier if you just search up the origin ID and then turn on the show custom content to find Sims that are created like that. But yeah, I think they would be a lot of fun to play with. Whether or not it's in this house or not, I just think the Sims would be fun to play with in general, because I've been thinking about playing with the Sim that I created, and then after seeing Byscreenside Sim, even though I haven't watched the video yet, the screenshots, I was like, oh, she looks like a fun Sim to play with, and she's, you know, it's like the way she looks, and so, yeah, I don't know, I was thinking about downloading the custom content for her and putting her in my game, even if I don't end up playing with her, even if she just walks around in my worlds, I think it would be lots of fun. But, yeah, so I decided that they needed a swimming pool since they live here on the island here in Windenburg. So yeah, they get a pool back here, and then I didn't really add much else. I do add a couple of planter boxes, but like I said, I wanted to leave the like decor to Byscreenside, so I just do the structure and the landscaping, and then yeah, like I said, I just can't wait to see how she does it. Like, oh, it's gonna be so wonderful. But anyways, so I just keep fiddling with the basic shape of the house, and I was really trying not to make it too large, and at this point I was starting to think that it was a little bit too big, and I started looking around the floor plan. I wasn't gonna like start floor planning, but I was just kind of trying to get an idea in mind of how big it was and what would fit in here. So I do start shrinking it down just a little bit to kind of yeah, I didn't want it to be like this massive like size of a family house. It's only meant for 2 Sims, so I didn't want it to be like this colossal build that she had to deal with and furnish. That, I mean, it still probably was too big, so I'm sorry if it was. I really tried not to make it too big, but yeah, I did want there to be plenty of room for them to, I don't know, have game rooms and places to build skills and have parties and stuff, because I did think that they would be yeah, I don't know, have a lot of fun in this house and have a lot of fun living together. So yeah, but sometimes when I do shrink houses down in other videos, I have cut it out, but since I'm just doing the exterior of this build, I did leave everything in. So yeah, you get to see the entire building process in this video. So yeah, I hope you guys do like it. I really like the landscaping in this house. I used like some sand textures for the terrain paint, and I used some tropical looking flowers, and yeah, this whole build ends up being kind of tropical because I do use lots of palm trees, and I just can't help myself. I really want a tropical world so bad, so anytime I build on this island, it's the only thing that, I guess Oasis Springs does for me a little bit, but this is like one of the only places that really feels like, like we have beaches or something tropical, even though Windenburg's not tropical at all. It just makes me want one even more. So yeah, it'd be really cool if we do get a tropical world someday. But yeah, anyways, I've had the hardest time doing this voiceover, if you guys can't tell already. I have yeah, I've tried to do this so many times. I actually tried earlier today and then had to take a break, and I took my dog for a walk, because sometimes when I yeah, have struggles with voiceovers, it's nice just to step away and go do something else for a while, because if you try to do it too many times, I end up repeating myself, or almost repeating myself. So hopefully I don't in this video, because I don't know why, but I've had a hard time with voiceovers recently, so hopefully it doesn't come across too bad in my videos. But for a while I wasn't certain if I was going to be putting a roof on it, but it just looked too kind of like squashed. I'm using my hands to try to show you guys. It just looked too flat with all these flat roofs and nothing too interesting, and sometimes I just feel that way with modern houses. So yeah, I decided to add some roofing, but I still tried to keep it modern looking. So hopefully you guys like it. It's a little bit different sort of roofing, because it kind of looks like there's wings kind of on the sides of it, and I did leave some of the flat pieces down on the right side of the house. So yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. I like the way it looks in the end. But I mean, when you do roofing for modern houses, when you use the, oh, what is that called? It's kind of like, it's a flooring, I think, that you can use on the roofs. That's what I used to do the roofing, and I think it makes it look a little bit more modern. But as you can see, now is when I'm really starting to fiddle with this whole shape of the house, and I do start to downsize it a little bit. And I downsized the main rock feature in the front because I felt like that big pillar was just a little bit too massive and kind of took up too much space. So I do shrink it down a little bit and kind of fiddle with this porch area. And this porch area is honestly one of the pieces of the house that I'm looking forward to seeing how she decorated the most. I don't know why, but when I was building it, I build this little piece that comes out of it, and then I hang up a couple of those new not chandeliers, what would you call those drop geometric shaped lights that came with the fitness stuff pack, those really pretty lights that it's probably everyone's favorite piece or favorite item that came with that game. It's just so funny that like a light can be somebody's favorite piece of the game, but it's my favorite piece of the pack anyways. But anyways, I hung some of those up, and I thought that, I was like, that would be so pretty to hang out under there. So I'm interested to see what items she decides to put under there. And originally I wasn't going to add much color to the exterior, but I do add some blues and oranges because I just thought that, I don't know, kind of looked nice and brightened up the place a bit. So yeah, hopefully you guys like it. I mean, it's a little bit different, but I think it looks really cool and really pretty. And I tried to add lots of columns to add detail and stuff, and those one columns, I'm not sure what they came with or if they are base game. They might be base games, but the ones I'm putting around the windows right now are just yeah, have a little bit extra detail to them. I did see a build, I don't think it was on YouTube. Maybe I've seen them on YouTube, but I did see a picture of a build where people or someone framed windows with those pillars before, and I thought it was really pretty. I think I saw the picture on Pinterest. I don't know, most of the things that I see of builds or of houses in general are on Pinterest because I am always looking on there for ideas and to see what yeah, just whatever I can find. But anyways, so now I'm sort of working out the backyard. I do fence it in for the most part. I leave the left side of the house open a little bit, so just like a pathway. And then I decided to use these low-lying fences to sort of frame out the concrete stone section. And yeah, I just added a diving board and nothing too special. I was thinking about putting a barbecue area out here, so you will see that I do add a barbecue in just a little bit, and then decide to pull it out in the end and just leave the planter boxes, and that's it. So, but right now I'm trying to figure out how I want it to look. So I'm adding some sand, and then I decided to downsize it a little bit and then sort of do it more subtly. So you'll see me fiddle with that for like a little while, but yeah, I add lots of these tropical flowers and big bushes, and I just love lush gardens so much. And sometimes I feel like I probably overdo it a little bit, but I don't care. I love it. So hopefully you guys like my landscaping anyhow. It sometimes can be a little bit tricky to do landscaping, but I think it turned out nicely. And I added some palm trees, and I also add a couple of bamboo trees because I don't add them very often, but I thought that maybe they would work out here. And also lots of stones, and I don't know, I tried to get it to blend in a little bit with the island, even though there's no palm trees, I don't think, anywhere on the island. But yeah, I tried to make it blend in a little bit as best as I can, with still keeping it with sort of the theme that I was going with. But you know what I noticed? There's a lot of plants in the world that we don't have in the catalog. We don't have them anywhere in the buy menu. We don't have them anywhere in the debug menu. Like a lot of these trees in on this island, a lot of the grasses in different worlds. There's some ferns in different worlds. Like why don't we have those? It makes me so frustrated. Obviously they made them to be, I don't know. I'm not going to complain. We have lots of great stuff, but it still kind of bothers me because you could make it blend in a lot better with its surroundings if we had the exact same plants. But anyways, I decided to add some pebble sort of terrain paint. I'm not really sure. Out here in the front, it's kind of awkward with these lots that don't really have a necessary endpoint or a sidewalk to go to. So sometimes I'm not really sure how to do that, but I just decided to spread it all around and sort of make kind of a messy pathway and nothing too tidy. This house is for fun. It's not for tidiness. But anyways, so I hope you guys, hope you guys like the way I did the landscaping anyhow. I like how I brought it around right here and sort of made like a little circle area. And I don't know, I just had lots of fun with the different plants. I really like those low-lying orange flowers, those really tropical looking ones. ones. I think they're really pretty. They're one of my favorites in the game, and they are base game flowers, which is nice too. So, oh yeah, I did add the mailbox and the trash cans because they won't throw in the trash cans, but the game will throw in a mailbox. So I figured I would just take care of that and make sure there was a trash can or mailbox out front of the house. Because I've had that happen to me a couple times, especially with these beach houses. I think the last beach house that I did for Rory's build challenge, I actually forgot the mailbox. When I was going to take screenshots, there was like one stuck in the middle of the living room. So yeah, there's always mailboxes stuck in funny places when you forget to add them yourself. So yeah, but that's a little porch area that I mentioned earlier that I was interested in seeing how she decorated because I really liked it. I think the landscaping really brings this build together, and I think it'll be even more brought together once it's all decorated. So yeah, I can't stress it much, or stress it enough, not as much. Oh my god. Stress it enough how much I am looking forward to seeing her decorate this house. I know I've mentioned it a bunch in this video, but I mean it. I'm really looking forward to it, and yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this collab. I was very excited to do a collab with her. I've been watching her videos for a long time. I think the first video I did see of Byscreenside's was her Romeo and Juliet house. I forget exactly what she called it, but it was based off of Romeo and Juliet. She may have called it the Capulet house. I forget exactly, but I remember watching that and thinking how beautiful it was, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's such a talented builder, and yeah, I've been hooked ever since. So yeah. Really like that build a lot. So yeah, anyways, so I think I am pretty much almost done with the exterior of this house. I just finished up the landscaping, and then I also added some lights on the exterior because I do try to wait till the end of a build to add the lights on the exterior. That way I can see how much light comes in from the interior, but I figured since the exterior is my job, I would add the lights. So yeah, I did add them, so I figured if they were too much, then she would probably catch it and take some off if they were too much. But yeah, it looks really pretty at night, and if you put it in tab mode and go out into the water a little bit and look at it from a distance, it's so pretty, especially at sunset. The sky turns orange. It's gorgeous. I like it a lot. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up right here, and there is some screenshots of the exterior, but yeah, it's only the exterior. So don't forget to go check out Byscreenside's half of the video, and if you haven't already, go check out our cast videos. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this collab, and don't forget that there is a link to her channel in the description box so you can go see all of her other videos as well. But yeah, thanks you guys so much for watching, and please leave any comments or suggestions you have, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay, bye!